So if we sit here and want to put the NDC together to the NPP, we are not the same. You have people that steal lands. You have not been able to mention one NDC appointee that has done that. You have not. And you say NDC people have bought and you can't mention any name. Now, President Mahama has also been very categorical. He has said that no appointee will buy state assets. And you see, President Mahama has couched the language very well. He says state assets. He has not even said land or house or car. Assets. That is the policy of President Mahama. That is the vision of President Mahama. Can Baumia and Napo say the same thing? Can Baumia and Napo say that they will not allow?
Saying it and acting it are two different things.
They are two different things. Yes. But the point is that...
So whilst we're saying it, are we able to do what we're saying?
The point is that you compare President Mahama and Alhaji Baumia on the record of who means his words. One is known as a liar. Do you want me to give you the letter?
Based on what?
One is known as a liar who has made several promises and failed. I can give you a litany of Vice President Baumia's
He can also give you other promises he has made and fulfilled.
But he has made several promises that he has not been able to fulfill. One, he said he had arrested the dollar and given the key to the IGP. Today, what is the rate of the dollar against the cedi? Is that not a lie? He said they were going to build an airport at Cape Coast. Has it been built? Is that not a lie? He said they had built Paluku Dam. Have they built it? Is that not a lie? He said they were going to build a medical university and that he had secured funding from Saudi Arabia. Has that been done? Is that not a lie? Can you say the same thing about President Mahama? When he said he was going to intervene in the medical sector in this country, he built UGMC, he built Afari Military Hospital, he built Sekwa, he built Kumewu, all across the length and breadth of this country. President Mahama has...
You also said you couldn't do.
Which one? I'm making the case that President Mahama...
I'm saying that, I mean, in terms of...
KMG, the fact of the matter is that...
you said that
the fact of the matter is that... Which are the things? The fact of the matter is that when you compare President Mahama and you compare Baumia, President Mahama has a record of accomplishments. When he said he abhorred corruption, what did President Mahama do? When Victoria Hammer expressed an intention to make $1 million out of politics, she was fired. Abuga Pele, President Mahama's own Attorney General, prosecuted Abuga Pele. Can they say the same thing as MPP? If they say they mean well for corruption, were they not even trying to take out Kisie Jabeng? The man appointed to fight corruption, they are trying to take him out. So don't compare Alhaji Baumia or Napo to the NDC ticket. Ours is a ticket of competence, a ticket of integrity, a ticket that believes that the people of this country deserve better. We don't go... Look, President Mahama's record is legendary. Legendary. And this is even on the basis of an equal revenue the two governments have had. This government has borrowed the most ever in the history of this country. And yet they've had the most resources ever in the history of this country. They have 3 oil fields. The NDC had just 1. 3 oil fields. Revenue comes from these 3 oil fields. And yet, look at the state of Ghana. Look at the state of Ghana. So, Honorable, my point to you is that don't sit here and tell us that, oh, these people bought and you can't even mention one. You cannot mention one. Well, I am giving you free advice. If you mention they sue you, that one I will not represent.
Phil, when is the former president coming back?
President Mahama. Oh, President Mahama is around. He's coming soon. Our black is even back in the country. You want us to
he's back already?
Yes, you want us to go into this matter?
No, just brief on this.
No, the fact of the matter is this. On the issue...
I think it will be good. So that when I come to you, also respond to that.
I'll also mention names for him.
Okay, then you add the President Mahama.
On the issue of Russia, President Mahama went with his entourage for one simple mission. And that mission was to launch his book. You know, President Mahama wrote a book, My First Coup d'etat. The book has been translated into the Russian language. And it was really fair and proper that they invited him to come for the launching of the book. That is what President Mahama went to do in Russia. The fact of the matter is that I think that we should be commending him. Aside President Nkrumah, whose books have been translated into several languages across the world, the only other president aside Nkrumah who's had his literary work transcribed, translated into different language is President Mahama. And I think that speaks to his intellect. It speaks to his brains. It speaks to the quality of his
So he's not there for any fundraising?
Ignore the MPP. Ignore the MPP and their propaganda. Ignore the MPP and their propaganda. Play videos of Alhaji Baumia prior to the election. How they had caps in hand. Ken Oforiatta, caps in hand, on the streets of Accra, doing la la su la la, la la su la la, that people should contribute to the MPP campaign and measure that by the frivolous expenditure that this vice president and this MPP government people are doing. Everywhere you go, Alhaji Baumia has donated a Land Cruiser Alhaji Bawumia has donated a car. Alhaji Bawumia has built something here using his said personal resources. Where does the vice president get that money from? Have you asked yourself? What is the salary of the vice president? Where has he suddenly become that pickups that you haven't? Tens of pickups.
He's got a support of the party.
Which party?
The MPP party. Yeah.
There's a law in this country. I was having a prior discussion with you. There's a Political Parties Act. You know about that. Honorable, it must have been passed when you were in Parliament, the Political Parties Act. We know also about the express provisions of Article 55 of the Constitution on political party financing. We know that the law prescribes punitive measures for any political party that does not follow the laid down process in generating revenue. You cannot receive funding from external sources. It's the law of this country. The NDC cannot go receiving political funding from any other foreign citizen or foreign government or foreign entity. That is the law of the country. There's also a punishment.
Is aware of that.
Of course, he's aware. President Mahama is a law-abiding citizen of this country. The NDC is a law-abiding political party. If the MPP, who are so vindictive, believe that the NDC has breached a law, do you think this MPP, under a vindictive, wicked Ozymandias as president, do you think they will allow the NDC? So the people of Ghana should ignore the propaganda, dirty propaganda of the MPP. President Mahama remains focused, and his focus is that he is going to reset this country from the corruption and nepotism and sorry state of our economy. President Mahama will reset it because President Mahama has demonstrated that he is visionary. President Mahama believes that unemployment can be checked with the 24-hour economic policy, whereby people can work 3 shifts in a day. 3 shifts in a day, in the various 8-hour shifts, people can work. Industries can be supported to produce more. Today, I give the example of Ekonfi.
Yeah, right.
The market, Ekonfi is not available. If Ekonfi is given the funding, the resources they need, they can run 24 hours. They'll produce more. There'll be more Ekonfi fruit juice in the market. That is what President Mahama is talking about, because we want to employ people. Several thousands, if not millions of people in this country are unemployed as a result of the failed leadership of the MPP government.
Very well.
We believe that the people of this country deserve better. And President Mahama, Professor Jainana Opoku-Agyeman, come on the ticket with competence, with integrity, with character, and a definite passion for the development of this country.
Okay. Honorable Timothy Awonterem is watching, and he sent this. He says, good morning, KMJ. Dr. Bawumia wants to debate JDM, and yet he calls JDM empty. In fact, he says, as empty as an empty barrel. You can call me an empty barrel, and you want to debate an empty barrel. Who debates empty barrels? Honorable Timothy sent in that one, and he's the former MP for Bulsa North constituency. He says, your running mate scoofed very badly, and the flag bearer, on the other hand, is calling him a main contender, empty barrel. What an irony. Those the gods wants to kill first makes them lunatics. And he sends a birthday wish as well. He says, happy birthday to my colleague, former MP, ahead of his celebration. Wishing you all the best of health, wellness, and fitness as you celebrate your joy and excitement in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. So, Honorable, this is from Honorable to Honorable. So, Honorable, I want to send it around to you on your birthday. He said he's watching. So he said he. Yeah.
My incoming lawyer.
Personal lawyer.
Personal lawyer. Mention names of MPP administrators during Kufuor's time buying government land without giving me a location.
I say International Students Hostel.
But I'll give you...
International Students Hostel.
Okay, that's one of the locations now.
The former or the SAC minority chief whip, Mutaka. My brother and friend, who is a member of the Lands and Forestry Committee in Parliament, Suhini. The ranking, Collins Dauda, Rashid Pepo. Do you know what? Do you know Legon Farms? I'll come to that. I'll come to that. Do you know Legon Farms? Now my lawyer is just intimidating me. Do you know Legon Farms?
Yeah.
It's a government land. I'm saying that, look, when you pass to the legitimate way to get it. There's nothing wrong with it. Look, I don't want to go into details, even mention. I don't want to even go into this, even mention journalists who owns land at
That are given to
Boteman.
them by politicians?
I said, who owns land at Boteman and other places that belongs to, because they apply for it. You can apply for it. So when you sit here and you say that, oh, we own this, go to Glagon, Ramsey site, and you see the people who lives there. You see, calling people names, I've said from the beginning, me sitting here, if John Mahama is in my family, I'll be so happy about it. So when you come and sit here and describe people, liars, criminals, this, I could have also used certain words on John Mahama. But it is not important.
John Mahama is not a liar. Bawumia is. That's the point.
That's why I can also use certain words of John Mahama, which is a public, what people knows about him about that. But what important is it? If you are calling somebody a liar, I can describe John Mahama with certain attributes of him that is in the public domain that people know about it. But do not serve any interest for me. Because that is his personal life that he choose to live. We have people in your party who have called him certain names. But it's not important to me. So you can decide to call Bawumia a liar. You can decide to call Bawumia this. I don't mind. It is the good people of this country who will decide between him and John Mahama who should lead us. I can give you five names that people call Mahama. 5. Getting to a point, actors in this country were fighting among themselves about certain attitude of him. That is his personal life that he chooses to live. So when people ridicule him in the public domain, that is his problem. So when you decided to be calling people names, tarnishing people's image and reputation, it doesn't get anywhere. If Johan decided to translate my first coup d'etat to Russian language, because there's a fight between Russia and
Ukraine.
and Ukraine. So therefore, it's a coup d'etat book. So he's giving them a guidelines as to how they will continue to fight.
Is it not timely? Is it not?
Timely. But have you had opportunity to read the book yourself? Have you
I've read the book. It's not about the coup d'etat.
Do you have a copy?
It's not about a coup d'etat.
But that's what you said. You said the book that he wrote.
The title
of the book is
yes.
My First Coup d'etat.
But it is not about a coup d'etat.
Oh, la.
The book is not about a coup
I
d'etat.
didn't target you.
Right, you don't
My
say.
lawyer.
It's when your lawyer is speaking, you keep quiet. When your lawyer speaks for you,
But when
keep
your
quiet.
client is talking, because you will pay you have to keep quiet. Otherwise, you can't go home. How will you buy food? How will you buy food? The title of the book, My First Coup d'etat, now has been translated, said by my lawyer. I don't know the reason why he went there. He said it has been translated in the Russian language for them to understand that yes, when you throw this missile, it goes straight into.
He didn't add that, Lord.
Oh, I'm just giving.
He didn't add that.
I'm just pitching how the book was launched. It is his own right that he translated, but I wish that could have translated it in Ga, in Chi,
It's coming. It's in the
in
pipeline.
Ewe,
It's in the pipeline.
in other local language, that Ghanaians can have copies of it and possibly be used in our schools to know what John Mahama is talking about. That even in the book that is being translated to Russia, where there's a portion that says that sometimes taking decision is a problem to him. I didn't say that. He said it in this book. Do you have a copy of it?
I don't have a copy.
I'll tell my
but
lawyer to give you a copy next week. Next week, bring him a copy for him to get the opportunity to read. And you ask yourself, at this time, even if it's for the benefit of the people in Russia, at this time, how would the Ukrainians see John Mahama? Right now, giving guidelines to Russia to attack us the more. Is that what John Mahama is telling the Ukrainians now? But translating it to go and raise funds, I don't think it's a problem with it. Because he has done his own book.
The lawyer said it's not the case.
So when he translated the book and he printed it, he's giving it to them free of charge. When we launch,
I don't get the gravamen of your argument. He's going to launch a book in Russian. Which country speaks Russian? It's not Russia.
Yes.
That's where it was. I can tell you.
So when is the book?
There are plans in place for the book to be translated into other languages.
It's not a fundraising.
It's not a fundraising.
So the book was also
it's a book
to let them have access to the book.
Free of charge. Free of charge.
In Ghana, is it free of charge? You buy it.
So when you said it, is it free of charge?
You can be a Russian in Ghana or America and want to read the book in Russian. You buy it. That's the point. I think that let's streamline the argument.
I know it's 2 against 1.
Let's streamline the argument. The fact
I know it's 2 against 1. Oh, by you, Zonto, you all know. Don't worry.
Why are you saying this?
Okay, wrap up for me.
That the books that was translated in Russia, that has been sent, print. I don't know where it was printed. Let me assume it was printed here in Ghana. If you send it to Russia and you launch it, is it for free? My lawyer, please.
Well, according to him,
first you are selling your book. It is not a fundraising activity
so you
for
are
a
selling
political
it.
party. No, that's wrong. I think you are sitting here and saying that they should translate it into Ga and other languages.
Yes, Stanley, when you
translate it into Ga and other languages,
it will be sold.
Doesn't mean that you are throwing missiles here.
Oh.
So why do you say that President Mahama launching the book in Russia is teaching Russia how to throw missiles into Ukraine? Yeah. What sort of logic is that?
See, you are making you are making them take my time. When he was talking, I just kept quiet.
Was he able to meet the Russian president?
No.
No, he didn't. He didn't meet.
No.
So then we are
a private event. Today, if I want to go anywhere in the world, so far as I can have a visa and I have the funds for it, I'll go.
Okay. Honorable, wrap up.
It's 2 against 1. They should allow me to flow.
Please go ahead.
I'm saying that if a book is launched, whether in Afghanistan or in Russia, it's not for free. When the money is raised there, definitely when your mama is coming, he will buy 2 T-shirts and come and give it to his party people.
Does that amount to political party financing? Assuming that is even true, does that amount to political party financing? It doesn't. So what's your point?
You are here.
Okay.
He talks about Bawumia buying pickups. My lawyer. I have seen a lot of NDC members contesting as parliamentary candidates. Branded pickups. Are you telling me they bought it themselves? Or is the party that bought it? Or the Mahama
if you have anything adverse, you can say it. An MP is doing his campaign. Look, he manages to get a pickup, even an old pickup, brands it in his pictures. You say he has committed a crime. What crime?
You wish that you talk. I will talk before you talk, so that you can have all this opportunity. Because all the things that you said, I'm playing it back to you.
Okay, go ahead.
The point of the matter is that every political party finds way of raising funds to support his campaign. When you were going for your constituency and elections, did your mama give TNT? Did he give TNT? What are you talking about? Please, and please, my brother, my lawyer. Because of you, I sacked my lawyer. And I'm employing you. So sometimes, check your facts. One newspaper captured. NDC regional chairman sacked Mahama campaign.
NDC, the regional chairman.
Have you seen the video?
Yeah, the custodian reporter.
Have you seen the video? I'll share the video with you. And you see the regional chairman himself saying that, Shami, meaning that, take me. These are your Mahama campaign team people. They want to destroy the party, They want. When you see it, you ask yourself. And you see the other executives were sitting down, looking at him. And then you see Sylvester Mensah. He said, these are the kind of people who is running the region. These are some of the things that we need to talk about and see how you can resolve your issues in the region. My former MP, who I came after him, the child, who is now the regional secretary, was just holding his phone, looking at it. And I'll share that video with you.
Okay, let's see the video. But let me go to Nana. Nana. Now they say it's 2 against 1, so I don't know how you're going to.
I am surprised why he said it's 2 against 1. But I'm not surprised because most of the times when we meet on platforms, that's what he says.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I've been meeting him on various platforms, and whenever I speak, he thinks that the way I speak my mind, I speak for the NDC. But
why
to be honest, with you, but you said 2 against 1.
But 2 against 1, you are from a different political party.
Lawyer is NDC.
Yes, so you can be Kadonko or PPP. No, different party.
No.
Are you the same person sitting here saying that Bernard Mona is going to be there?
So
you are for PNC. So you are different party. So it's 2 coming together against 1 person.
So do you want to tell Ghanaians that MPP against the rest of the political parties? It can be possible.
But that's how the election is going. It's MPP
against everyone.
Yes, against everybody.
Yes.
Then you are in trouble. If NPP against everybody, then you are in trouble.
They also have interest.
So from Honorable's own mouth, this is where I will advise all political parties to come together.
You're already together. We know.
And make sure we kick them out. Because they are now telling us that it is they against the rest of the political parties. You understand?
Are you not fighting to come to power?
They don't need anybody's support.
Are you not fighting
Meanwhile, when
to
they
power?
go to IPAC, they solicit support from other political parties to join them. But now you are here telling Ghanaians that you don't need their support anymore. That's fair. But you see, the point is, former President John Mahama was in Russia to launch his book as a private person. I don't know if he went there in the name of NDC, unless lawyer is able to tell us.
It was a private engagement.
But once he was there as John Dramani Mahama, who has been able to come out with a book, translate it into Russian language, and he's going to launch it, where else can he launch it? It's not in Russia. It's only in Russia, because we don't speak Russia here. If you go to Togo, they don't speak Russia. And so, of course, he has to go to Russia to be able to launch the book. But my problem or my question is, was he there to meet the Russian president?
Never.
No. And so why are we trying to relate it to he going to Russia?
He doesn't need to meet the Russian president.
No.
He doesn't need to meet him.
No.
He doesn't need.
You see, I sometimes don't get certain things when issues of this nature comes up. Because we all read. For Christ's sake, we all see what happens on social media. When he went there were cameras around. And we saw what he was doing. And so when we paint the picture in a different way and make it sound as if he was there to sort of solicit support to what is happening in Russia, he wants to replicate that in Ghana, I don't think it's proper. Let's come out with it. No, but the way you are speaking, it makes it sound as if he was there to teach Russia how to be able to target, how to be able to, fire missiles.
It's the missiles part.
You understand? Because somebody who might not know will have a different meaning to what you are saying. And we are educating people. And so whatever we say, when we have the opportunity to talk to Ghanaians, we should be able to tell them what is right and what is not right. We are soliciting for votes. That is why we are here. And so if this is what will make you get more votes, then it's up to you. But we have to be able to tell Ghanaians what we have for them. You said you are better managers, and I keep saying this. When they were in opposition in 2016, before we gave them the mandate, they made us believe that, look, they are better managers. And so when they come, they are going to manage the economy well. They came just after 2 years, they went to IMF. And now, look at where we are. Now they are attributing our mess, what we are going through, to COVID and Russia-Ukraine war.
Is it not a factor?
You see, there they go. Russia-Ukraine war, yet somebody was able to have billions of cedis under her bed. Russia-Ukraine war, you claim you are building one district, one factory. Where is the money coming from? You see, sometimes when they speak, they think that we cannot go back and refer them. All this money is coming. What are you using all these monies for? We have been borrowing. We have borrowed to the tune of over $59 billion. And what can we show all these monies for? Nothing. When you ask them, we've been able to construct 10,000-kilometer roads. Where are the roads? Where are the roads? When you ask them, mention 5 hospitals that you've been able to, build from scratch. You can't even mention 2. They will only tell you Agenda 111. You get to the site and it is bush. You see, so sometimes, let's speak the truth to power. Our own vice president was on one platform campaigning, telling Ghanaians that, look, we are now going to build our roads using cement, concrete roads. Where are the roads? Where are the roads? Even Tamamoto Way, you can't get, what do we call it, the solution to be able to amend what is there. And you are promising. You told us that by August 20th, 2019, we'll be having SkyTrain in this country. Where is the SkyTrain? We just waste money on things that doesn't help the ordinary citizen who are in this country. They said, oh, we brought drones. Now we are going to make sure that if somebody needs blood in a remote area, those drones are going to send the blood. Where are the drones? We were in this country. They said we are going to be fighting Galamsey. We are bringing speedboats.
They are not in this country.
We are going to bring speedboats to be able to fight Galamsey. Look at our weapons. And they are not talking about it. They are not talking about the dollar. This morning, a pound is 20.6. 1 pound, 20.6. And you call yourself an economist who wants to rule this country. Sometimes I wonder the kind of economics the vice president did. Because if indeed you have this country at heart, what you have to do is to make sure you arrest the dollar first. No wonder we no longer have the past IGP. So he's gone with the dollar.
Okay, all right. On that note, we'll be wrapping up. That's our wrap up actually for this morning. And let me say a very big thank you to Lawyer Philemon La for coming through this morning, the MDC National Communications Team, and also Nana Into Amrichi. You just heard him. He's a political activist. The PNC full representation. Their president will be announced. So we don't have dates for. We don't have dates.
No, but introduce him as PNC.
No,
introduce him
former
as a political...
former PNC national organizer.
Exactly.
No,
but he's still a PNC.
You still want to associate that position.
Why?
Because you came in as a political analyst.
No, but if you Google